Over 2 decades ago, one little boy changed Margaret Gedd's life forever. That was the beginning of an ambitious and inspirational journey to help hundreds of other unfortunate children with cancer. Margaret, without hesitation, established the nonprofit foundation Kids Beating Cancer. Today, 25 years later, with the unselfish contribution of donors and volunteers, we've helped these unfortunate children have access to their only hope for a cure through bone marrow transplants. Kids Beating Cancer is humbled by your continuous generosity and support. It's with joy that we now celebrate this 25-year milestone together.
It's important to understand what it is that we do in pediatric stem cell transplant, and I think many people can understand organ transplant, transplanting a heart from one person to another or a kidney from one person to another. And in our case, that organ that we're transplanting is blood. And so blood is removed from sometimes the child themselves, sometimes from somebody else, and then that blood is replaced in order to treat any number of conditions, whether that be cancer or something else. Our job is to really find the best way and the best donor in the best situation for a given child. Once we decide that a child needs a bone marrow transplant, perhaps the most important question we have to answer is, who will the donor be? And in some cases, the donor is the child themselves. However, most of the time, our children will rely on somebody else to serve as their bone marrow donor. Now, some children are fortunate enough to have a brother or a sister that can serve as a match. And in those children that don't have a family member that can serve as a match, we'll turn to unrelated donors, maybe across the country, maybe across the world. And still, about a third of children will be left without a match, even exhausting that search. One of the important things to know about bone marrow transplantation is everything it takes to get it done. It requires not only a world-class team of medical professionals from all across different disciplines, but it also requires a very specialized space. The Kids Beating Cancer Pediatric Transplant Center is like no other space inside the hospital. Our rooms are specially designed with equipment that's nowhere else, with specialized airflow units and other infection control devices in order to make sure that our patients stay safe throughout the transplant process. As the only pediatric bone marrow transplant program in the state of Florida, we've had an incredible opportunity to serve a number of children. Each day that number increases. In addition, the number of diseases for which bone marrow transplant is the cure is increasing each day as well. Each day we're hiring new staff, acquiring new technologies to better serve the children of our state and beyond. With the need for new technology, new staff, comes the need for more space. We've launched a plan to further expand our own services to meet the needs of the community and beyond. Each day, our beds become more full, our needs become more great, and our opportunity to serve increases.
On this 25th anniversary, we're pleased to announce our next journey, the science behind the cure. Expanding the medical team, adding research and clinical trials, advancing the science behind the cure, expanding the number of children served. This next journey is for physicians to work closer together alongside laboratory scientists to quickly move new discoveries to patient care, taking scientific advances and turning them into cures, from research to bed. The Pediatric Bone Marrow and Cellular Therapy Program will offer every child the highest level of care and the very best chance at a cure, both locally and on a national level. With your continued generous support, Kids Beating Cancer Pediatric Transplant Center will become a top-tier destination. Help accelerate our new milestone by spreading the word to others, so that we may suddenly find the cure for pediatric cancer. On behalf of all the children, thank you for making this 25th anniversary possible.